Marianne Minardi, and today I'm here with Carole Lyles Shaw. She's an author, a designer, a founding member of the Sarasota Modern Quilt Guild, and an MQG board member. And last year, she did a really cool project where she organized a virtual charity quilt team. And they made blocks and created a quilt. So Carole, can you tell us about that project?
Sure, thanks a lot. It was a great project. I sent out a call on Instagram and other social media and to my own mailing list saying, hey, would you like to be part of a virtual charity quilt team? And 19 people responded, most in the US, and we had one member from Canada, so that was exciting.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So how did you organize all these people from so many different places?
Well, that's a great question. We used a webinar platform so we could meet face-to-face as a group. We could see each other. And we did all the planning in that initial webinar. We chose the X block because it was very simple. We knew the palette we were going to use, and we talked about the deadlines and other aspects of the project, such as how we would decide where to distribute the quilt that we made. We actually ended up making 2 quilts and gave them to a foundation that supports people with ALS.
Oh, wow. So what was the process of making the blocks and getting them back to be constructed?
Okay. I purchased the fabric, and we had decided on a series of block sizes. We decided that it would be improvisationally laid out, but we wanted certain sizes to be made so we'd have a range and a variety, because that was part of the requirement for the charity quilt that we were making. I then made up a table with everybody's name and assigned people to make 3 or 4 blocks in a particular size, sent out the fabric, they mailed the blocks back, and then I proceeded to trim them up and lay them out. It was so much fun.
And so did you do did you finish the quilt yourself?
Actually, I sent it out to a long armor, a friend of mine who long-armed both quilts and did a beautiful job. And then I sat in front of the TV when they came back and put the bindings on and sent them off to the foundation to be donated to the recipients.
So what would you tell people who want to organize a similar virtual charity bee like this?
Sure. A couple things. One is definitely use technology so that you can meet together. That, I think, really helped with everyone's commitment because everyone did their blocks. No one dropped out. And secondly, one thing I would suggest is decide how you're going to financially support it. I decided I would purchase the fabric and pay to have them long-armed, but you could have people contribute a few dollars using, some type of online software to do that, just to cover mailing costs and fabric costs. And last thing I would say is keep the block simple. That made it easy for people to make their blocks and return them way before the deadline, which makes the whole project go faster.
Great. And so it sounds like you found some great community and
Yes.
met some great people in the process as well.
Yes, I did. Most people I did not know personally. We might have, exchanged a few comments on Instagram. So that was great to get to know people. And then when I saw them in the future, face to face, we had this other connection.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Carole. I'm sure you've inspired our viewers to try something like this on their own.